So I'm filling in, well, I'm not filling in anything. Now I'm drawing in some lines. Do you remember this line? Like, I don't know if you can see the remnants of the charcoal line up here. This was going to be where the distant shore met with the bush, met with the trees. But I had this other line in here, and I remember saying, I'm not even sure what role it's going to play, but I wanted it in there. And I'm glad that I put it in there because I've decided to put a few shapes in here, and I'm not even sure what these shapes will be, but they're kind of hinting at tree trunks. You know, maybe a small tree here. I don't know, we'll see. But this is all going to be sand. There's going to be a sandbar that comes along across here. So we'll have quite a bit of shoreline showing. Maybe the odd rock or the odd hint of a rock off in the, you know, where it meets the trees. But that brings the whole thing forward a little bit. And I think that's going to work okay. Also, look at this mess. I was playing around with so many different ideas regarding trees in the foreground here, or bush, that eventually I just got sick of the whole thing and decided that what I would do is bring this down, expose more water here, and allow this to be the most interesting, and then taper off as we move off to the right. Just, you know, paint a little more water. That's okay too. I have no problem with that. So yeah, that's all I'm doing right now. I'm just fussing about. And yeah, I'm putting in a few indications of trunk showing in the distance there. And I don't think I want to make this too busy off to the right. But let's end it off like that. The lines that I'm putting in are very thick and clumsy looking. It's fine. It's going to be encroached upon by the paint that I put in around those trunks, so it's not an issue. Okay, this dip is right in the middle of those, so why don't we put something there. That could be dead wood on the beach, dead standing trees in floodplain. You know, we see a lot of this. If I go north of where I live, towards the north end of Stave Lake, you'll see that all over the place. It was a natural lake that was actually quite small. Many years ago, it was flooded by a hydro company. They did not harvest the trees before they flooded it, so there were massive amounts. Now they're beginning to harvest them. Even going so much as taking a barge out and a hydraulic chainsaw with a diver going below the surface of the water to cut that tree off at its base, because they are cedars, and cedar wood, even though it's submerged in water, lasts for years and years. It's really good wood, and these are very old trees. Now, that's not what I'm portraying here, but it's sort of akin to that feel of it, and I like some of those old dead things hanging around on the shore. So that's what I'm doing. It just reminds me of that. I've done several paintings years ago, before I was on YouTube, of those areas, and some of those trees are gorgeous. I should revisit that idea, actually. Paint something in that direction. Anyway, I think that's good. You know, they're just lines, good enough lines and shapes. I don't have to qualify them for the time being. Fair enough. Now, what we're going to be, some possible young hemlocks are no longer going to be that. They are really, well, hemlocks. Thanks, Metal, by the way. Thanks for that bit of information that you gave me regarding the names of those little, you know, trees that grow up, and then the top sort of leans one way or the other, flattens out. Okay, so I think what I'll do, I still don't mind that. I don't. Okay, but basically this is good. So basically that's good. Let's basically just do that. Bit of an old stump of another, you know, part of the trio here, but this one died out years ago. Okay, let's. I still like this line too. It's a great perspective indicator. And I'm not claiming it's going to stay in the painting. But as you can see, from the stage of it being a charcoal drawing, or sketch, you know, rough as it was, we're grooming things here. We're getting a little closer with every step to where we want things to be and how we want them to be portrayed. And in a way, I like removing this bush because it opens the scene up a little bit. Let me just back up a little bit here and have a look at that. Okay, that's all right. I like that line as well. You know, and they're just, yeah, it's the foreground, but I still don't have to qualify things too clearly. It's just a design, you know, where there's sand, where there's grass, where there's rock, where there's bits of foliage here and there. I think that's a good. We're heading in a good direction with this. Now I could put a lot more detail in here. I don't think it's a good idea for me to do that though. I think we'll just keep it really simple. You know, that knife that I'm threatening to use on this, that's a knife doesn't like little bits of detail everywhere. It's part of the strength of the knife. cowardly here, so I'm going to use charcoal again. I still kind of like the idea of I'll go foliage here. A hunk of foliage. A bit of foliage. Let me make that dark. Let me make that dark. Young tree, maybe. Sulking, you know. Why do I have to grow off a hillside? It's no fun. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. When it comes to it, I may obliterate it or change it drastically. But one thing I'm going to do is wipe it. Wipe that interference from the upper side here. I think I would prefer to leave that open. But I'll leave that shape there, whatever it is. You know, the bottom of the shape. This'll there, you know, sort of splash and then trickling away. And that splash and these lines shooting out or shooting in, however you want to look at it, are stopped by this tree. Keeps your brain from running off the left-hand side of the painting. Okay, I'm probably just going to leave it at that for now. I have absolutely, utterly horrible internet today. Even the ads on the videos that I have to, supposedly 30-second or 15-second ads or 10-second ads that I have to watch, they are taking a minute to get through sometimes. So I don't think it's a good plan for me to upload this today. So I'll probably do it tomorrow. We'll see if it gets better, if our broadband allowances get better at my place, then I might put it out tonight. If not, we'll see you tomorrow.